At exactly 2:47 a.m., Jake received a FaceTime call from his girlfriend. The problem was she was asleep right next to him. What happened next made him move out of his apartment forever. Jake and Emma had been dating for almost 3 years. They lived together in a small apartment in Seattle. One rainy night, Jake woke up to the sound of his phone vibrating. His room was completely dark. The clock read 2:47 a.m. His phone screen lit up. FaceTime. Emma. Jake frowned. Emma was lying right beside him, fast asleep. He looked from the phone to Emma, then back to the phone. The call was still ringing. His heart began to race. Slowly, he accepted the call. For a few seconds, the screen was black. Then the camera turned on. Jake immediately sat upright. The video showed Emma, but not the Emma sleeping beside him. This Emma was sitting on the edge of a bed, staring directly into the camera. Her face looked pale. Her eyes were wide open, and she wasn't blinking. Jake's throat went dry. Emma? The woman on the screen didn't answer. She simply stared. Then, in a quiet whisper, she said, "Don't look behind you." Jake froze. Every hair on his body stood up. He slowly turned toward the real Emma beside him. She was still asleep, or at least she looked asleep. The FaceTime. Emma smiled, a horrible smile, too wide, too unnatural. Then she whispered again, "It's standing next to her." Jake's blood ran cold. He looked back at Emma. Suddenly, Emma's eyes opened, slowly, completely, without moving any other part of her body. Jake nearly screamed, "Emma?" She didn't respond. She simply stared at the ceiling. The FaceTime connection started breaking apart. The screen glitched. Static flashed across the video. For a split second, Jake saw something standing behind the camera. A tall black figure. Its head nearly touched the ceiling. Its eyes reflected light like an animal's. Then the screen went black. The call ended. Silence filled the room. Jake immediately turned on every light in the apartment. Emma suddenly sat up, confused. "What are you doing?" Jake showed her the call history. Emma's face turned pale because she had received the exact same FaceTime call from Jake at 2:47 a.m. while he was asleep beside her. Neither of them slept that night. The next morning, they checked their phones. The call records were gone. No missed calls, no FaceTime history, nothing, as if the calls had never happened. They tried convincing themselves it was some kind of glitch, until 3 nights later, at exactly 2:47 a.m. Both phones started ringing again. This time, the caller ID didn't show Jake or Emma. It showed only one word. Home. Ending. Jake and Emma moved out a week later. The apartment is still vacant today. According to the landlord, every tenant who has lived there reported receiving the same FaceTime call at exactly 2:47 a.m.